I'm telling you, you don't just job. All right, we got one last short little tale to tell, and it's a modern story, a modern fairy tale written by that great American humorist, Mr. James Thurber. Now, once upon a time in New York City, not too long ago, in a little tiny New York City apartment, there was a man and his wife that lived there. And one morning while the wife was sleeping in, the man was in his breakfast nook, and he looked out at his tiny little terrace garden, and he happened to see a unicorn among the flowers.
What? There's a unicorn in the garden!
Can't you see I'm trying to sleep? You're insane.
But there's a...
And he went back into the garden, and sure enough, there was a unicorn eating roses. He noticed her golden horn and ran back to his wife.
She has a horn in the middle of her forehead, and she's eating roses.
A unicorn is a mythical creature, and you're insane.
The man ran down to his garden, and he saw the unicorn eat a lily.
Guess what? She's eating lilies! She's eating lilies! In our garden!
You're a booby, and I'm gonna put you in a booby hatch.
The man who did not like the words booby and booby hatch said to himself,
We'll see about that.
well, the man went back to the garden, but the unicorn had gone away. He lay down among the flowers, and he fell asleep. Well, as soon as her husband left the house, the wife called a psychiatrist.
Ring, ring. Yes. Hello? Is this a psychologist? Yes, it is. Okay, well, my husband is insane. He said he was seeing a unicorn. He needs to be committed.
Do you think he's a danger to society?
Do I think he's a danger? Well, what if it was a real person? What if he's like, oh, that looks like a unicorn. I want some unicorn meat. See, not good. So yes.
Yeah, I'll bring the police with me.
Thank you.
Now, when the psychiatrist arrived, she brought the whole police force with her. They sat down on the wife's sofa and they looked at her very intently.
My husband said he saw a unicorn in our garden.
The psychiatrist looked at the police, and the police looked at the psychiatrist.
He said he saw a unicorn, and he said he had a horn in the middle of its head.
The police looked at the psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist looked at the police. Now, about that time, the man woke up in the garden. He came back inside his house. The psychiatrist asked him,
Did you tell your wife you see the unicorn?
Of course not. The unicorn is a mythical beast.
What?
Yeah, that's what we thought, sir. Looks like she needs to be committed.
No, he's lying. He's the crazy one. He's the crazy
and
one.
they took her away, kicking and screaming, and they locked her up in a mental institution. Moral of the story. Moral of the story?
Don't
Step forward, Kate.
I'm Kate, and I'm from Sandy Ridge, North Carolina.
And this is Kate's first experience opening Storybook. Did she do great?
I'm Armand, and I live like right in between Waterford and Madison.
Yeah. Step forward.
I'm Jenny, and I live in Monaco, and I go to the school record.
Yeah.
I'm Jack, and I live in Germantown.
Yay.
I'm Kimberly, and I live in Monaco. I'm Grace, and I live in Stokesdale.
Good.
The amazing
Ava, and I live in Winston-Salem.
You are. Some of them in costume, just let them know and they'll put costume.